So I own several and have shot even more subcompact and micro-compact pistols. However, there's a unique phenomenon that I've only experienced with one handgun in particular, and this particular handgun is the Glock 26. And what this phenomenon is while I'm shooting it, the skin on the knuckle of my thumb will actually rub off to the point of bleeding. And you might say, hey, to remedy that problem, why don't you just wear gloves? And the thing is I do wear gloves. These are my Magpul patrol gloves. As you can see, they have seen some use. I actually shoot my guns, imagine that. However, as you can see on the knuckle of my thumb there are no tears or rips in this glove. So what I thought I would do is I would actually document this phenomenon. So the gun in question that we'll be using is this Glock 26. Obviously, it does have an aftermarket barrel and slide. However, the lower is an OEM genuine Glock lower. The magazine that we're going to use to go rule out any sort of errors is a standard 10-round OEM Glock 26 magazine. And then the ammo in question that we're going to be using is Norma 9mm 124 grain. All right, guys, this is after one whole magazine. As you can see, my skin is already starting to feel sore and even starting to break. This is after two magazines. Magazine numero 3. Quattro. Alright, so this is my hand after getting through an entire box of 9mm. I'm not really sure if you can see on camera, but my skin is actually kind of starting to smooth out and smush down almost. The last time I shot this gun was in the summer, and what would happen is my skin would actually smush down and then rub off, then start bleeding. However, this time around it did start bleeding right away. I'm guessing that this is because it is the winter now, and my skin is much more susceptible and much more easily broken when it's cold out. So, with that being said, we will go ahead and load up another box. Alright, we have started another box, and this is after magazine number 6. Magazine number 7. Alright, this is after magazine number 8. I believe that I'm going to probably get through this box and then finish this up. Magazine number 9. We are on to the last magazine. So this is my hand after 10 magazines or 100 rounds of 9mm. I believe that we're going to end the experiment here before it gets too redundant. However, I am aware that half the people who are ever going to watch this video have already probably left at this point. But this is my hand. As you can see, skin is broken and is considerably smoothed out. As stated halfway through this experiment, I am aware that temperature might have had something to do with this. It is the winter, so what I might like to do is repeat this experiment in the summer, and we might even be spicing that video and not wear gloves. So we can consider this the winter collector's edition. Then in the summer, we can have the super ultra deluxe definitive edition of this experiment. So with that being said, if you watched this entire video, I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully you had some pleasure out of seeing my suffering.